So after an immensely long trip heading up to Alaska again to go visit my cafe, I am finally here and my first project is fixing this floor. Last year I decided to paint half of the flooring white because the tiles were just looking pretty jacked up and the whitish color unfortunately did not stick very well, so I was doing my best to get as much information as I could to make sure that this year I don't have that problem. I started off with sanding. I used a 100-point grit, I don't know if that's the proper terminology, to basically sand the whole white section. It took some time, I swept it afterwards, and then started the painting process. Now, the sanding part was something that I skipped last year, and I think that that's probably why it didn't hold so well, and I maybe used a paint that I wasn't supposed to use. I'm not too sure, but I was definitely more hopeful this time around. I was recommended this semi-gloss paint, and I was also recommended another paint. Ended up going with that one, along with this non-skid additive. Unfortunately, the paint guy told me today that I probably should have gone with the other paint, but it is what it is. I added this in there, and obviously it overflowed. Did my best to mix it all up, and then eventually added it into a bigger bucket. It did say to let it sit in the paint for at least 30 minutes, which I did, and then proceeded to basically roll out the rest of the flooring. I used a paintbrush on the sides just to make sure that I was able to get them. It got pretty sloppy, I ain't even gonna lie, but luckily I gotta do a second coat, but this is what we have so far. Personally, I'm really digging the color. I just want to add a couple black squares in there to give that checker feel. Other than that, what do you guys think so far?